Hi, guys, and welcome to this webinar with us at Rule. My name is Emil Silverflod, and I'm the partner manager at Rule, where we have a excellent platform for email marketing, SMS marketing, and RCS marketing. And that is what we're gonna talk a little bit about today. So our theme today is keys to succeed with your email marketing in 2026. And a little bit about what we're going to talk about is a little bit about stats about email marketing, because that is the core of why we are doing this kind of marketing. And I think also based on those stats, we can learn something that we can use in our email marketing to be even better. After that, I would love to introduce you guys to Rule as a company and as a platform. Just very short, I promise you. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about the utilize of first party data. That's what everybody's talking about, first party data, of course, but in terms of using it in your email marketing. We're going to talk about a little bit about different communication channels. Email is, of course, the main one in this webinar, but we're also going to touch on some other channels that are you're able to use inside the Rule platform as well. And to short and sweeten the deal a little bit, of course, we have to talk about GDPR and data security. We're just going to touch on that subject because many people are talking about it. Many people know a lot about it, but I'm just going to give you some pointers to think about in terms of the GDPR laws and the data security laws. All right, so here's some pretty cool statistics in terms of people using email, of course, and also the engagement, optimization, and automation impact, and so on. So nearly 4.8 billion will be using email in 2027. It was 4.5 billion in 2025. And I come across this since I started working with the email marketing, that everyone is talking about email is dead, email is dead. Is basically not. It's a very efficient channel to do your marketing, your information emails. You get every box ticked when using email as a marketing tool. As you can see, we are very engaged in our email inbox. We check it multiple times per day. 39% checking it up to 3 to 5 times a daily. I know for my case, I of course working at an office and working very much digitally. I check it more than that. If that's a good thing or not, I'm not sure, but we are checking our email a lot. Another important stat, which we emphasize very much in the use of Rule, of course, is that if you don't have it mobile optimized, people would just delete it, or they just go away from that email once they looked at it, because they want it's going to be suiting for the eye, and it's important for people to not have a hustle reading and taking in the email. So it's very important to think about. This next one, automation impact, is a quite interesting part, because what we talk a lot about with our customers is that, yes, of course, you should have your maybe weekly or monthly sendouts with newsletters or etc., but you forget so many opportunities to actually talk to your customers if you don't automate your flows in terms of when a certain person should get a certain email. So it's very important to think about that strategy wise, when you're setting up a new flow or a new setup for your email marketing. Uh, of course, what we discuss and why the email channel is so popular is, of course, that the ROI is so enormous. So if you use email marketing for sales, for example, either it's B2B sales or it's B2C sales, you're gonna see a very good ROI on using email channel as a marketing tool. It's a very cheap way of communicating with your customer, and you get high impact in terms of percentage wise. Yeah, and the last one, the B2C customers, and that's of course what we've seen is that the B2C companies has used email as a marketing tool longer than the B2B customers, but we see actually the B2B segment are growing immensely in using newsletters, other sendouts in email marketing as a tool for sales and marketing. So I would say if you sit there and you have a B2B business, you shouldn't be opposed to implementing this as a marketing sales tool either way. All right. Now we're going to look at some interesting numbers because what we look at here is that it's important to understand what the receiver is looking at when they receive an email. So 42% look at the sender name first. So what does that tell us? It tells us that we need to put some thoughts into what we have as a sender name, not only the sender address, but the sender name. So we don't have the statistics on exactly what the right way of thinking about sender name is, but what I can tell you is that you should try to have different sender names sending the same email and see what gets more traction, because we see it is an important thing that subscribers or members or customers look at the first thing. So give it some thought and give it some testing periods with different kind of sender names, I would say. Number two in this is the subject line. I actually have a bunch of keywords that are most liked and most disliked in terms of subject line. I would love to share that with you at another occasion, but it is important again. Why I show this statistic is because I want you guys to understand the importance of trying out different types of subject lines as well as sender names and preview text. So see these three percentage points as aha moment to test everything towards your customer base when you're sending out your emails. That's the most important thing. All right, moving into personalization. This is, of course, we can deep dive into personalization and whether you have a product that you're selling or you're a service company or whatever it might be, you will have different kinds of personalization. The first one that always started everything was, of course, first name and company name and stuff like that. But when we talk about personalization, it's also more about how is my purchase pattern? How do I interact with your with the content of the email? So it's not only the typical high first name. It's more than that as well. That the consumer and the B2B customers are actually looking for now when receiving an email. So it's very important just to know this number and know that you need to look into what kind of data do I have, and how can I utilize that data to be more personalized in your emails. So that's important to take from this. All right, so that was touching a little bit on some stats and some, hopefully, some insights from an email marketing perspective. I'm going to run through these slides about us at Rule very fast so we can look into some other stuff as well. So we are a Swedish SaaS company. We are today 32 people across four offices in Europe, where our head office is in Stockholm. And what we proud ourselves in is that it's easy to use, but it has a very complex backend where you can very much use your data in a very impact and powerful way if you want to have a full-scale marketing automation platform, as well as the customers that only want to, okay, I want to upload a list of my emails, I want to send them a weekly newsletter. We have functions for both those kind of cases, and we are very proud that we have a great support. We always support our customers in getting started and in running their accounts at Rule. Yeah, as I mentioned, it's an all-in-one marketing automation platform where you can build customer journeys, you can segment seamlessly your data that you have integrated into Rule, and you can grow with Rule. You can start small and you can just grow with us to infinity, I would say. And here are some of our logos, some of our 3,500 customers. And of course, here we have some customers which are a little bit bigger maybe, but we also have just new started companies that started a company yesterday and plugging in Rule today. So we cater to everyone, and we treat our customers the same way. Either you have zero in revenue, or you have billions in revenue, or if you have just one customer, or you have several million customers. So that's important to understand our philosophy on that. All right, so everyone, I would say, within marketing last couple of years have talked about first party data, or zero party data, if you want to call it that. First party data, for you guys that don't know the term, is basically the data that you own yourself. So you as a company maybe have orders on your website. That data is your data. You might have some customer competitions or whatever it might be that you host yourself. That's first party data. If you look at third party data, that's where Google and Meta with Facebook and Instagram, everyone comes in and they want to own that data. So it's so important for you guys to know what is our first party data, which data do we own, or as I mostly say it, rent from your customers, because they own their own data, but you are renting that from them because they have ordered something from you, or they signed up for a newsletter, or whatever they might have done. So that's the kind of data that you want to own yourself. And then what we want you to do is, now I'm going to jump a little bit here, but ask your customer about more data about your customers. As you've seen before with the percentages, you saw that a good percentage size wants to have personalized emails. They want the email to be catered to them. And what's good about that is that the customer has been more and more are being open to actually give you their thoughts, their preferences, what they like to receive. But many companies don't ask their customers, what do you want to receive from us? What's your interests? How can we make the content better for you? If you have that data, you will automatically segment that data and personalize the emails using the data that the customer actually gave to you. So that's my big take on this slide. Without going into depth, it's that for 2026, you need to own your own data, and do not be afraid to ask your customers what they would like to receive as email marketing or just newsletters or whatever. All right, last but not least, no, it's not last actually. We're gonna touch on GDPR as well, but I just wanted you to give you some pointers in terms of which channel to use in which occasion. So I'm gonna keep this quite short and sweet. The email channel. Okay, maybe this might be a little bit saying the same thing as I said before, but you use it for longer messages. That speaks for itself. Of course, you use it for longer messages because you have the ability to use it for longer messages. So that's important. But also, when you want to do more advanced segmentation and hyper personalization, the email channel is perfect for that, because in platforms as rule, you have so many opportunities inside an email editor to do very advanced segmentations based on who will get what, in terms of, have they given you your preferences? Do we know anything from their ordering data? Do we know anything from their behavioral data? So the email editor is much more versatile in terms of building different kind of content for different kind of segments, basically. I would like to also touch on brand building, because I know that many send out maybe newsletters or just product-led newsletters where the product is in focus, but we should not forget about brand building in the email channel, because what that does is that you can combine in your marketing strategy. Some emails goes up and are just selling products. Some goes up to build a story around your company and your history and everything. So I also have the point volume here. So what you're able to do with the email channel is to allow yourself to do that marketing mix of, sometimes I send brand building emails where I tell the story about our company. Sometimes I have a little bit more pushy emails to get people to buy our product. Another email is for you guys to give us preferences on what you want to receive. You can use the email channel for so many use cases. So I think that's important to think about. And once you start using the email channel, you should stop a little bit and think about, okay, what is our email marketing strategy before you start sending out newsletters every week or every day or every month or whatever. What's the purpose for every kind of send out? So that's important to have with you. SMS, also a channel that we have in Rule that you can use, and that's more a call to action kind of communication. It could be used very much in time sensitive matters where maybe you don't check your email every day or every hour, but you will see that text coming. When the content is maybe a little bit more sensitive for the receiver, so that you're able to make sure that they seen this text. Again, going back to email, yes, it's a great channel, email, but the percentage wise, you might have maybe 35% open rate and maybe 2 to 3% click-through rate. SMS, you have much higher percentage. So I'm not saying, guys, get rid of the email channel and start texting, because that's not the solution. I'm just saying you have different channels for different purposes. And also we launched last year the RCS channel, which is amazing in my eyes. It's truly SMS 2.0. Where you can send the actual text as an SMS. It goes into the phone just as an SMS does. It's no separate app or anything. It goes into the same SMS app as you have on the phone. But as you look at the picture here on the left side, you can see the difference in what you can actually do inside this kind of communication. You can have pictures, you can have longer texts, you can have buttons, you can have everything. You can even have like a product catalog where the customer then scrolls through products inside the, again, SMS. I call it SMS 2.0 because it's more easy for you guys to understand that it's not a separate app like WhatsApp or something like that. It's actually going into the ordinary SMS app on your phone. And to just summarize, I would say, no, not summarize, but just to end things, some thoughts about GDPR. Everyone knows maybe knows about GDPR and knows a little bit about what it does. An important thing again is that make sure you own your own data, so that you know what you're able to do in your communication. Make sure that the customer is aware that you have this data and that in the purpose of using it is very important, because we need to respect our customers. If they don't want to share that data with you, they should be able to easily make sure that you guys don't store that data. Of course, I need to mention to store your data with an EU-based platform. I know that maybe a lot of you guys have actually have or maybe had some of our big American competition. But to be honest, if you're gonna respect your customer and the data security and GDPR, you shouldn't use a non-EU based platform if you have your operation in Europe. That's just the case. And of course, the best way of enriching your data is to actually ask your customers, because then they opt in, then they are comfortable sharing what kind of data you're using to work with different kind of send outs within email marketing, SMS, RCS, or whatever. So that's just something to think about, basically. It's up to everyone how they interpret the GDPR and how you guys in UK that's not in the EU and everything like that. But it's important to respect our customers. That's the most important thing. And here you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to have some more conversations with you guys. I know that I only touched the surface today on some pointers that I wanted you guys to take with you, but I can talk email marketing for hours, and I would love to do so with you guys. And yeah, just connect with me, and we'll talk more. And thank you so much to Hashtag Event for hosting this. It's a great partnership for us at Rule. And I didn't mention, but all the emails that you get from Hashtag Events are actually sent from Rule as well. So that's an important thing to know. And yeah, thank you guys. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye.